Today on the channel, we got a little bit of that KO show with the Kevin Owens Ultimate Edition from Mattel.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Ultimate Edition unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got Kevin Owens from WrestleMania 39. But for all your KO needs and a whole lot more, make sure you hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And we'll do some comparisons later on in this video, so stay tuned to that. But without further ado, let's see what old KO Kevin Owens is up to right here. Kevin Owens looking only like he could look if he was at WrestleMania 39. There you go. Kevin Owens in the package. 2 extra heads, 2 title belts, all the hands. The perfect Ultimate Edition. I think that's the perfect amount of stuff we should have in an Ultimate Edition figure. Like the looks of this one right here. Of course, Kevin Owens, Ultimate Edition, usual packaging design. On the side, WrestleMania going on. Kevin Owens over here. And of course, back of the package, we got the tail of the tape, we got the blurb, we got the glamour shot of the figure, glamour shot of the man himself, looking good. And he does got the WrestleZania on the front of his shirt, and it's KO on the back. I figured it would be reversed, but I can't remember. But you see it on the package right here. It does, I guess WrestleZania is on the front, KO is on the back. I guess that's how it's supposed to be. So I don't know if you're supposed to flip it around for him or how that worked exactly. What is time? What is t-shirts? What is inside out? I don't know. You guys tell me. But Kevin Owens, height 6 feet tall, from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I've heard a little bit rainy lately. Is that true? Anybody want to shout out Montreal? You guys let me know. Finisher, the old stunner, watch out. Career highlight, Universal Champion, and Undisputed Tag Team Champion. The prize fighter never backs down from a fight, especially when it comes to the Bloodline. Unfortunately for the Bloodline, KO had his best friend Sami Zayn by his side. Together they defeated the Usos in the main event of WrestleMania 39 and walked out new Undisputed Tag Team Champions. And as you guys know, I've talked about it. I was in the house for that one. I was rooting them on. I think that helped them. I think that just put them right over the edge. I was trying to nullify Johnny Knoxville above me, who was screaming and yelling the whole time. So it was a wild time that night in California. We'll never forget it. We'll never forget it. So there you go. But looking good in the packaging. Like what I see on here. He is the prize fighter. I know that because it says it right here, of course. Stun Owens Stun right there as well. Not a big fan of his use of the stunner. I don't know about you guys. Behind the back, see you later. Goodbye. I'm not a huge fan of his stunner use. I feel like it's just too Stone Cold. Like, there's just certain moves, and obviously Stone Cold, one of the greatest of all time. You can make the argument, and you couldn't argue against it, that he's a Mount Rushmore guy. So it's tough when you take a figure 4 leg lock, you take the leg drop like the Hulkster, you take the stunner, the rock bottom, the people's elbow. Some of those moves, they're so identifiable with the person that originated them, made him famous, that when somebody else does it, it just feels like a cheap imitation. I feel that way with Kevin Owens and his stunner. I get what they're trying to do, but it just doesn't feel right. Every time I see it, I think Stone Cold, which that's not what you want. You want to be thinking about KO, not Stone Cold. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just ramblings of a madman. Who knows? But there's old KO looking only like KO could look in the Ultimate Edition. Looking good, though, with all these accessories, all these pieces here. Now, the elephant in the room, no longer an elephant, as this figure is extremely short, extremely small. So we're going to see a little of that. We'll do a little comparisons to the Sami Zayn as well as his basic that we did just recently pick up and review on the channel as well. Uh-oh, we got twist ties. I almost forgot. Todd McFarlane style. We got the twist ties holding him down, or the clips, whatever you want to call them. Todd McFarlane currency is what I do call him. And Todd's still showering. Still showering. He takes showers for days. 24 hours ago, he started that shower. Still in there. Still in there. Out of hot water in the whole house. I don't know what Todd's up to. I just know he's a wild man. That's all I know. Can I get KO out? Maybe. Come on. There we go. We get it there. We give the old sky hook. Oh my gosh, like a young Jabbar. Or my dad on the driveway. You never know. Either or. Pick your poison. Pick your poison. But we do got the tag team title belts once again. Beautiful, like chrome, silverish color. Nice shine to these. Of course, the blue and red straps. Got them both here. They do match Sami Zayn. Of course, the night they won the tag titles, we'll never forget it. Never forget it. Then we get the hands here. gripping hands out of the package. We got the splayed out hands going on, and then we got Kevin Owens' Fists of Fury. And if you're a prize fighter, you better be able to throw a fist or two, and that's Kevin Owens all day long. Now we're getting down to old KO, and he does feel small right out of the package right away. I could easily mistaken this as somebody hitting this. This looks just like a normal elite Kevin Owens. It doesn't scream ultimate. Maybe that's just me. You guys can sound off on that as well. But he's got a little happier face, got a little smile going on, a little teeth showing. Of course, got the beard as well, the short hair with the longer on top. Looks like Kevin Owens, I do think. He's got 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth, playing those human hits as well. And those human hits continue. This one looks a little strange, though, with the big mouth open. I don't know what this looks. Almost looks like a weird character drawing you'd get at the state fair. That's kind of what it looks like to me here. But big open mouth, and I guess you pair this with the Sami Zayn open mouth side by side. They're both celebrating together. I guess that could work there. But a different looking head sculpt. And then the third one, straight up stoic Kevin Owens. And I got some extra, like, grease or plastic. It looks like he spilled in his beard, or he got some snot in there or something is what it looks like. But it looks just like a little extra plastic or glue going on. Does not look good, so I'm definitely not using this head sculpt. But yeah, it just looks kind of, just giving one of those, one of those kind of things, what it looks like he's doing here. Looks like he's very disinterested in life is what that one looks like to me. But now we get down to the figure itself. We got KO Mania on the back and WrestleZania on the front. And like I said, I think that's the way it's supposed to go between these two. You can remove the shirt, of course. It's just like your classic shirt. But do you pull the arms off? Yes, the arms come off. Makes it very easy to take that shirt off if you need to. Like the ease of that. There's nothing worse. I remember the first time was that Eddie Guerrero figure. It took me forever to figure out, I could have pulled the arms out. It took me forever to get that shirt on and off. Definitely makes it easier. You pop the head and the arms off. Bam, slid that right off. Underneath, plain black shirt. So I guess if you want to do your own art project and color your own Kevin Owens shirt, or if you want just in a black shirt, you can do that. But I feel like this is the WrestleMania moment. You got to have this representing right there. Of course, Kevin Owens, all the tattoos on his arms going on, looking good. Got the black forearm wrist tape, black hand tape as well. Got the KO on the side of the pants. You got Fight in the front. Pretty much on brand here. Big black boots as well, all over. So besides that, it really just feels like your run-of-the-mill Kevin Owens figure. Not a lot of flash with Kevin Owens figures as we do now. Arms do go all the way around for us. Got that butterfly shoulder looking good. Bicep cut. Double jointed, pinless elbows. You know I'm here for that. Hands back, forth, side to side. Hands removable. Hula hoop and then traditional waist. We got both of them going on. Head removable, back, forth, side to side. Waist articulation. Big old KO splits if you do need them. And then you got those drop down hips. Once again, thigh cut, double jointed, non-pinless knees. Boot cut, ankles back and forth, toes up and down. And then, of course, the toe articulation that Todd McFarlane from the couch loves so much. I think he's toweling off. I don't hear the water running. Who knows what Todd's up to up there. But looking good as far as KO goes in the articulation department. It is straight up KO articulation. But not terrible at a glance. But apparently when the comparisons come, that's when the wheels fall off the bus. And we're going to do that here in a second. But first we'll do the Ringside Collectible stand test. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% at Ringside Collectibles. Make sure you get the Mattel stand, as I always do say. But he does fit on there really good. I guess I'll keep him on there just so he doesn't fall over on us. But we do got KO right here. Now, here's that KO basic that just recently came out. I grabbed this one just for the heck of it at the time. Said, hey, I'm going to celebrate that. And then like a month later, they announced this one. And that's just kind of the way it goes. So, might slow down the sales of this basic at the end of the day. But one cool thing about the basics that we talked about with Sami Zayn as well, heads can pop off very easily. So, if you want to use one of these different heads, you want to get the most out of your head molds, you can switch some things around if you need to right there. But these guys looking interesting, about the same exact height here between the basic and main event. And it's just something about the body style on KO that they always give him that makes him a little bit shorter, but about the same size right here, these two considered. And of course, Sami Zayn is where the trouble lies. That's where the trouble begins, as you got Sami Zayn. Of course, Sami Zayn about an inch taller. Unfortunately, he's like 5 inches taller than Sami Zayn right here. That's absolutely wild. I don't know how that happens. I don't know why that happened. You think they could have looked at that a little bit more, but I think it's just one of those guys, the body style and what they use for proportions is just off compared to other figures, and they got to rectify that. This shouldn't have happened here, and it kind of really does take a little bloom off the rose. I don't think we've ever used that one on the channel before. It does take a little bit of specialness out of this one here. Can we get him some lifts? Can we do something like that? Put some lifts in his shoes or something? Because these two should be displayed together. They should be side by side celebrating. And it's going to look a little bit strange, as you can see that big slope down right there. But then we do got the Sami Zayn here, I guess. So you got both versions. You got the basics and ultimate versions. You can see the differences between the two. So pretty unfortunate, especially in the ultimate department. These are the more expensive, pricey figures, as we do know. You expect a little bit closer to perfection. I understand nothing is ever perfect, and I know that real well. But it's just really unfortunate these two being in the same wave together couldn't even at least be the same height. I could see maybe it was like 6 months, a year in between figures between these two. And it's like, oh yeah, we messed up along the way. But man, they had these two ready to go at the same time. Had to think at the factories and stuff, they'd have them side by side, or at least in the offices when they're given the final approval. Somehow it just didn't work out for whatever reason. I'm sure we'll never find out the reason as well. But that does take a lot of fun out of this one here. It does make it a little bit more disappointing than it needs to be. A special WrestleMania moment that just had, once again, a little bloom off the rose. There you go. But that's Kevin Owens Ultimate Edition. What are your guys' thoughts? Are you here for it, or are you one of those ones out there saying, I'm passing, the height's not right, not going to do it? If the height's not right, I'm not doing it. Is that what you say? Let me know your thoughts once again in the comments down below on this figure and the height controversy as well. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Give it 2 thumbs up if you can. I don't know how you would, but try. Give it the old thumbs up. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel. 2 YouTube channels videos every single day. And of course, Patreon members get early access to both YouTube channels. You get all the glamour shots from the pictures for the videos early. You also, of course, get the weekly pizza reviews. You get the monthly giveaways. You get the monthly Q&As. A lot of stuff on the Patreon. Best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel at PreslingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget my new book, hardcover exclusive at Barnes & Noble. Amazon softcover. It is the complete guide to the Jakks Class Superstar series. Just 700 pages, or just shy of 700 pages. Of course, everything you could ever want. And look at that. Warrior Hogan WrestleMania 6. Never forget. Hulkamania ended forever. Yes, that's what we're saying in this book. That's what we're going to say. But a lot going on in here. It is a journey into my collection, and I do appreciate everybody that's picked up a copy. Thank you to everyone out there. And then, of course, don't forget to hit me up on social media. SirPaul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for WrestleMania 39, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.